welcome to a new week of reading. Wearing my Fully Booked Sprints shirt because why not? It is Monday. It's about to be lunchtime and I have a few minutes because I actually have a meeting during lunch. Oh my gosh. And then I need to actually properly take my lunch after that because I'm trying to be like really intentional with that, because I realized that when I let that kind of like fly past, it really messes me up emotionally, physically, mentally, and yeah, I don't want to do that. But I wanted to say hello. Sorry, I'm thinking a lot. I'm doing a lot. I'm trying to pull my TBR card close by because I'm going to talk about some books that I am thinking of reading. I recorded my TBR video last week, which I need to finish editing, but I just wanted to talk about the books that I'm planning on reading this week. So firstly, we've got In the Lives of Puppets. I am still busy reading this one. I think I'm on chapter 4. I didn't get any reading done this weekend because I was really busy on Friday with my daughter's school as well, and then I was with my mom and my brother, and then driving up and down to Four Ways. And then Saturday we had a family funeral, so I spent the day in Soweto. So it's been a lot. And then yesterday again was busy, and then back again in Four Ways. So yeah, I didn't get much reading done, so I only got to chapter 4 actually this morning. So probably like 60 pages into this one, but I think I spoke about it last week. We are following main character. I guess, is Vic the main character in here? I don't know, but we following kind of like a family made out of robots and a human, and I haven't gotten much into the story, so I don't know the actual plot of it, but it seems to me like a found family story. The writing style is so good. I really enjoy it. I'm really enjoying the characters. It's such a warm and cozy book to read. We've got a robot, which is a vacuum, and they suffer from like severe anxiety. And then we've got another robot that is a nurse robot, and they're a psychopath and really obsessed with like murder. And then we've got Vic, who's the human, who was left as a baby by his parents who were running away from we don't know what, and was left with an android to take care of him. So the android's name is Giovanni, and he kind of like built this home that you see on here. So they basically live in like tree houses, and what's his name, Vic, the human, goes around scavenging for like parts, and he's like made these other two robots that now live with them, and we're just going through that adventure, that friendship, and that family, the found family. So that's what I'm reading right now. I am planning, hopefully I finish it this week. I don't know if I will, but after that I'm planning on picking up Fourth Wing by Rebecca Yarros. This book has been so popular on the book space, and people are loving it, so I'm looking forward to reading it. I always get a little bit worried when I have to read a very popular book, because obviously you want to love everything that you read, but then when it's really popular, just like you're trying to read it without having other people's thoughts in your mind. And yeah, I hope that I will enjoy this one, and I try to be careful to not like listen to like spoiler reviews or read any spoiler reviews. Why is this phone so busy? Or read any spoiler reviews of this, so that I can get my own thoughts. I've gotten the audiobooks downloaded and ready for me to read. So I think that Fourth Wing and In the Lives of Puppets are going to be my reads for the week. I'm gonna try and finish one volume of a graphic novel this week. We'll decide between, I've got a couple. So I've got Paper Girls, I've got Saga Volume 9, Paper Girls Volume 2, I've got Lore Olympus Volume 2, I also started Heartstopper Volume 5. So I do have a couple that I could work on. So I want to at least finish one this week. Let me see how my goal is looking. I did reduce my reading goal from 100 to 80 so that I don't see that huge number in terms of like how many books I'm like behind. I can't deal with that. So right now it's sitting on like 6 books until you're back on track, which is fine. I can handle that. So that's the plan in terms of reading. And then I've been watching some YouTubers, and it seems like TBR jars are back are back on trend, and I want to do one. I want to do one as well. So I had one, but it's old. So here's my previous TBR jar, but it's filled with a list of books that were on my shelves and that were unread when I started the year. Clearly I've forgotten about it, and I didn't even bother to go in and check any of this. Some of the books I've probably read, a lot of them I haven't, but I'm gonna chuck all of this out and do what the girlies are doing currently on YouTube, which is write down a bunch of prompts and have that as your TBR jar. So I'm gonna redo that. I've got these file dividers and I've got colorful ones, and then I'm gonna write down different prompts. I just drew some lines that I'm gonna cut out because I want it to look neat. Okay, so I'm gonna do this exercise and then redo my TBR jar because this one doesn't really work for me anymore. Clearly, well, it didn't work at all because I wasn't even using it, but it had, like I said, a list of all the books that were on my TBR, like that Black Sun, and I mean it's still sitting there. So maybe it will work better if I have the TBR jar, and then I will use that to select my next reads going forward. So yeah, because I've already selected the books that I want to read for the month, which is everything that's sitting up here. So yeah, this week I'm reading In the Life of Puppets and then Fourth Wing. If I do finish it before the end of the week, then I'll pick up this YA thriller to kind of like break up the fantasies, because I do have a lot of fantasies. And yeah, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 fantasy books on my TBR, 2 sci-fi series, sci-fi books, which are part of series, and then 1 mystery and 1 YA thriller. So yeah, I guess I'm heavy in my fantasy mood, and I'm gonna follow what my gut is telling me to do. So yeah, that's my reading plans for the week. I'm gonna go join my meeting now, and I'll catch up with you guys later. Hello you guys, just after 6 p.m. sitting in front of my laptop because I'm busy working, but I wanted to quickly share some hauls. Firstly, I've got something from Takealot that I actually want to try out now. If you guys have been paying attention to the sound in my videos, in my sit down videos especially, you will hear that there's a bit of noise that has been really irritating me. I had a microphone that I bought, but then it starts to make, like, it makes a weird, like, tittering sound. It's just so uncomfortable. So I've had these on my wish list for quite some time, but I wasn't sure about the quality of them. And then quite recently I watched a video from Katleho's channel, which is Katleho Malela, and she bought these and she tested them out, and I'm like, okay, these sound pretty good. So now I felt confident that I could actually check out, so I did so. And it's this wireless microphone. It's a, what do they call them, a lavalier. Yeah, it was called a lavalier wireless microphone. So this is what they look like. I'm not sure what the brand is, but I just wanted to unbox it with you guys and then try them out. So let me see what's in here. So this is me after opening up the box. So it comes with these two microphones and then the adapter that will connect to my camera. It will also connect to my phone, so it can connect to an iPhone, and it can connect to an Android phone or whatever phone uses a USB-C port. And then we've got the Bluetooth microphones. I don't know if these need to be charged or anything like that. Okay, it has a USB-C port, so they do need to be charged. I don't know if they are currently on. Okay, there was a green light there, another green light. I'm gonna have to take out the manual and see what it says I need to do, because now we've got two of the green lights that are flashing. We've got the charging cable. Oh, okay. And then there's an earphone with just one earphone piece. It's very weird. I don't know why I would need this. And then what's going on? I don't understand. And then I've got an adapter as well. I guess maybe this would go into a phone that has a jack, and then probably the adapter is, yep, looks like it. The adapter is to fit this earpiece. So I don't think I'll be needing that. My phone doesn't even have a jack, but it comes with this manual. Don't worry, there's an English side as well. So wait, is there an English side? There's no English side. Hold on. Okay, there is an English side. There is an English side, so I'll quickly go through it and see what I need to do to connect it, and then I'll connect it to this camera, and then we'll test it out and see if it actually works or not. Okay, hi you guys. I don't know if this works or not. According to these instructions, I just need to plug in the receiver and then press the power buttons on both the receiver and the microphone, and it should work directly. So when I had powered on the microphone on its own, it was blinking green, and the minute I plugged in the receiver and switched that on, now it's solid green. So I don't know if you'll be able to see, there's a bit of a light there. So yeah, I don't know if this is actually working or not, so I'll have to pause this video, play it back, and hear what it sounds like. Probably this is why I've got these, so that I can plug it into... Oh, this won't fit. What? Okay, I don't know if this will fit into the... We'll see. And then listen back to what this actually sounds like, and I really hope that it fixes my sound issues, because outside of that, like, the next big thing is to like spend a lot of money for a good quality microphone like those Rode ones, but I do not have 6,000 Rand right now to spend on a microphone. So this is what we're gonna have to do. So yeah, let me check if this actually worked or not, and then I will unbox the box. Hello you guys, it is Thursday morning and I'm exhausted already. It is just after 10. I just got out of a meeting. I've got another one coming up soon and I've got a headache. It's been one hell of a morning. I've got my coffee. This is homemade coffee, but I recently got this Starbucks travel coffee cup because I needed to replace mine. It was getting old and I feel like it started to change the taste of the coffee that I made at home, and I didn't really like that. So I've been having my coffee in there because I knew that there's a very high chance that my coffee will get cold while I'm busy. But yesterday I was showing you guys the microphone that I recently bought. I'm using it right now, and I got distracted and I never showed you the books that were sent to me by Penguin Random House. And this is a weird book mail, and I say weird because I did not request the books, right? Which puts me in a bit of an awkward position because I think, when I started working with publishers and requesting books from them, I was like going mad and requesting every book I could. And then, but then realizing that, oh no, this is like too much. I can't handle it. This is my notification for my meeting. I can't handle it. So, and also at that point, I think I was still trying to figure out my reading tastes. But now, sorry, Vaseline. But now I've figured out my reading taste. I know exactly what I like, and more especially, I know exactly what I don't like. So it puts me in a very weird position when I get books that I did not request, right? And with all the books that come up in the highlights that are shared, I take the time to read the synopses and figure out if it's something I'm interested in, and I would request for the review copy. And then in most cases I do get that review copy. I understand that they do probably rotate us, and that's fine. Whatever I don't get, I will usually add to my wish list to buy myself. But now when I receive books that I did not request because I knew that I would not be interested in reading these books, it puts me in a weird place because it's I honestly don't want to read the book, but it's here, and what do I do? What am I meant to do? I'm very grateful to be in this position where I receive books from publishers. We all, if you're watching this, you're probably a book lover. We all know how much books cost, and it's not cheap, right? And it's also not cheap for them to send us books. I get all that, but my thinking isn't it also a waste of your money and resources to send me books that I would not be interested in? I feel like there's probably other people who would benefit from getting these books that were sent to me, or who would even enjoy them, because now I'm sitting here and I'm feeling weird, man. I'm feeling weird and a little guilty because out of all this, I think there's just one that really, well, at least one of them is a sampler, which I didn't even know that they do these. But first of all, I've got this. So there's a book called Clear Thinking. This is by Shane Parrish, who is also the author of Atomic Habits, which Atomic Habits is a very popular self-help book. If you guys know, I'm I'm not into self-help books at all, not even a little bit. I don't read them, I don't listen to them, I don't pick them up, I don't like them. So self-help books is not something that I even look for when I get like books for me to request. So at least this is just a sampler, right? To have you, I guess, read a bit of it and see if you'd be interested in the book. But knowing myself, it would literally be a waste to send me specifically this kind of book. It's not going to be for me. I always feel like self-help books are way too long. Like, they honestly don't need to be. I was a little bit excited when I saw this because I thought it was kind of like a summary. If it was a summary, I would actually read it. But this is kind of like giving you a bit of part one and then chapter, I guess the first chapter, to give you and like to entice you. But even the book seems to be like a really, really long book for me. This is kind of like what the chapter structure looks like. There's 5 parts, and each of them have between 3 to maximum 7 chapters within each part, which already sounds too long. So yeah, I'll keep this. This one is short. Maybe I'll browse through it. The next one that they sent me is called My Fault. And this is by Mercedes Ron. And it says, how did I fall? Easy. He turned my world upside down. Obviously, this is a romance. I don't typically pick up romance novels. If I do, like, I'm very, very picky about which romance books I would want to read. And when I read the synopsis of this, it was not something that enticed me at all. I think saying repulsed is a very strong word. Like, I'm really turned down. Like, when I read the synopsis, I was just like, nope. This is the kind of thing that if I do read it, I'm gonna hate every single page, and I'm gonna end up giving this book a 1 star, which for me, I shouldn't have even picked it up to begin with. It wouldn't be fair to the author because I already knew that I would not enjoy it. So it's following a 17-year-old Noah who lives a quiet and normal life with her mother in Toronto until her mother marries this rich guy from LA, and she and her mom, I guess, have to move to LA so that, you know, they can live with the new family. So she leaves her friends, volleyball team behind, and as well as a boyfriend. And then when she gets there, she meets her stepbrother, Nicholas, who is a college student who's spoiled rich, and he's got his little secrets of car racing and street fights. And seems Noah has his own demons. And then it says, but what the two don't account for is that powerful physical attraction between them. First of all, I was just like, no. I get that we are not blood related, but literally, my mother is married to your father. There's no way I will try and pursue a relationship with my stepbrother. Like, it's weird on all the different levels. And you are children, you're 17. So there's a high chance that this relationship will not work. And so what happens with the dynamics of this family? Like, this is not something that I would want to pick up. I would rather gift this to somebody else who maybe would enjoy this kind of drama. But if I have to be true to myself, this is not something that I honestly want to read. I already can feel that if I read this book, I'm going to hate every part of it, which means I'm not going to end up giving it a good rating, which is going to hurt the author. Maybe it's not a bad book, but it's just not a book for me. So I just, yeah. The next one, the last one they sent me is Bad Influence by Tasman Winter. I think I did see the cover of this one. I didn't request it because it didn't really call out to me, but considering that this is, I think this might be a middle grade. I think this might be a middle grade. So this is the one book that I'm actually more inclined to picking up. But yeah, like I said, this is also something that I didn't request because I'm trying to be very intentional about my book selections. I do recognize that I work with different publishers and I don't want to also overwhelm myself, so I try at most times to keep it to like 1 or 2 books per publisher so that I can be able to meet the demands of reading and properly reviewing and not keeping books on my shelves for like years and years. But this one looks like a quick read. It is contemporary, so I think I might actually enjoy this one maybe. So Usborne does publish really good children's books. That is one thing I must say. I usually do enjoy the stuff that's coming from them. So this is the one book that I'm actually looking forward to reading. So yeah, this is my little haul. Oh, one thing. Okay, I've got 5 minutes. Another thing I did my TBR jar the other day. I folded these, but I mean, some of them are unfolded. But just to show you some of the items, I think I mentioned the other day that my previous TBR jar was based on books that I had on my shelves that were unread, but I never used it for like this whole year. I've never used it. And there's been a trend going on BookTube with regards to TBR jars. Everybody's like going back into them, and I'm like, okay, fine. I'll hop on the trend. So here I am. So some of the prompts I have, for example, so this one says read a mystery or a thriller. Why I said both mysteries and thrillers, because I've read a couple of books that have been categorized as thrillers, but for me they feel more mysterious than thrillerish. There was no thriller aspect to it. Another one I have is a book with a weapon on the cover. I feel like there's a lot of fantasy. This is like definitely fantasy related. There's a lot of fantasy books with like a sword, a knife, a hammer, something. We've got here a read a book that is a 5-star prediction. I feel like I've got a lot of those. I started doing some pinks as well. I still have to find other prompts. Read a contemporary YA. So I kept it general and I kept it so that I may have multiple selections from my shelves. Obviously, the point of a TBR jar is to try and read more from the shelves as much as possible. So I didn't give myself like difficult prompts to complete. The other one is read a book with multiple POVs. There's actually quite a lot of books like that right now. I've got read a graphic novel or a manga. I've got a lot of those on my list, so this would be one that I'd be very much happy to pick out. So yeah, I've got quite a lot and I'm still going to add more. I've selected my TBR already, so I will start using my TBR jar probably from October, or if, let's say I'm done with the book, I can use the TBR jar to figure out which book in my current TBR to read from. So that could be an idea. But yeah, let me prepare for my next meeting, and I'll see you guys later. I want to start editing another video today. I thought I had a short sit down video, but I don't know if I've edited my latest book haul, but I'll check if I've done that. What else? Nothing else. Okay, bye. We'll talk later. Hi. I'm sweating. Hello, you guys. It is Friday evening. I'm so exhausted. Doing a bunch of things. My neighbors upstairs are dragging stuff. It's currently 7 p.m. I'm doing a bunch of things tonight and I feel like I'm gonna end up being so tired. But I'm busy cooking because I'm tired of eating junk. I did a bit of work when I got back home, but I stopped so that I can cook because the little one is hungry. I gave her some bread to keep her calm for now, but she's starting to ask again. So I'm just waiting for the food to finish and then we can have dinner. But I need to also undo her hair. She's had her braids much longer than me and they need to come out and I need to wash her hair. Speaking of hair, I actually had a wig on today and I had put my hair into like 2 ponytails, so I just took off the ponytails to give my hair a break because I don't want it to end up breaking. Tomorrow we got a birthday party to attend, so I just want to get her hair in order. So I don't think I'll have a chance, but I probably should put her in the water, like her feet are dirty. So I will undo her hair and then put her in the bath and then wash her hair, and then we'll do the whole moisturizing. Maybe I'll just bath her because I don't know if I don't know how long it will take for her hair to dry. I don't know, and I need to get my makeup off. I need to wash it off. But coming back to why you guys are here for this reading vlog, I'm busy reading In the Life of Puppets. I'm currently on page 104, but I think I want to take a bit of a pause on it. If you guys can tell, I'm using my ring light. If you guys can tell, I tabbed a little bit because I really enjoy the writing style, but as I'm listening to it I feel like I'm currently not in the mood for it, and because of that I think I'm gonna miss out on stuff. I did, babe. My husband is messaging me. He's on site, so it's back to single parenting, which is not easy, you guys. I feel for my fellow women who do this on their own because, like I said, I have a lot of stuff to do. I'm cooking, I'm doing dishes, I have to undo her hair, I have to still work because if I don't do a bit of work today I might have to figure out when to do that over the weekend. Otherwise I'm starting the week with a lot of anxiousness and I don't want that. So yeah, I'm busy cooking, been doing dishes, I'm gonna undo her hair. She'll eat, I'll let her chill and sleep late today because I kinda want to use the morning for recording and I prefer for her to be asleep when I'm doing that. So that's kind of like the plan, but yeah, I have to do a bit of work tonight and then I wanted to also sit down and start editing a video, or at least organizing. I think I started a bit of organizing because I put all the clips in like one folder for me to edit, so I'll start doing that. But at the same time, while watching something, I want to work a little bit on my core pile. I kind of neglected it and I'm feeling like a little bit anxious about my core pile, so I need to try and update it as much as possible. At this point I've read like 50 books and I want to get all my ratings in Copile and also update my series, the series that I'm currently reading, and see where I am, because I still want to try and finish one series and I want to try and prioritize it, because without me updating or having to look at my Copile, I have no idea what I should be reading. And in that same breath, like I haven't touched any of the middle grade, I think, that I was supposed to read this year. I haven't touched any of the African literature that I'm supposed to be reading this year based on my own videos that I recorded in the beginning of the year. So I think I've kind of like decided that I'm not gonna record those similar videos in 2024. I am just going to go by the TBR jar, and I'll try and put as many prompts that will prompt me to read those middle grades, to read the African literatures. So I'll just have to think a little bit about that and keep adding prompts. I still have more paper. I used a bit of the yellow paper, but I created another sheet to fill out some prompts. I still have a lot of space. I want to get this jar filled up as much as possible because I want to use that for my reading. But the way that my reading went this year, I'm trying not to have too much of a structure next year. However, I do want to try and follow Copilot because that's where a lot of the information is sitting, especially when it comes to series that I need to complete, because I don't want to find myself starting a book and there's 5-6 books in a series and I forget to go back to it, and then I forget, and then I have to reread the whole first book or whatever, and it becomes a lot. So yeah, that is the plan for today. My hair is still soft, so I don't need to moisturize. I think I was wondering whether I should wear a wig tomorrow or not, but I feel like I want to have my hair out. But if I do have my hair out, then I have to moisturize it and put it in twists so that it can be a little bit curly tomorrow. I don't know. I have to see how much time and energy I have for the rest of the day. So I'm gonna spray her hair, and then I'm gonna use the last of this Not On My Watch detangling therapy from Aunt Jackie. This is finished. I need to get more to try and help me out. I hope it's not going to take long to undo the hair because I'm really tired. That long list that I just gave you, I don't know if I'll be able to get to it. The dishes and the cooking I've already gotten to. It's just a matter of completing the cooking. Undoing her hair, I definitely have to do. Everything else, we'll just have to see if I'm still up. My plan is to stay up until maybe 10-11. I don't know if I'll make it. I don't know if I'll make it. We'll see. Oh, also, because I said I want to kind of put this book down because I feel like I'm not going to be doing it any justice. I feel like I'm in a thriller mood because I just finished a pretty good thriller called The Good Lie by A.A. Torrey. I'll find the picture and I'll put it up, but it was pretty good. It's like a serial killer story. It's a psychological thriller. This is a proper psychological thriller. I feel like a lot of the times when authors or publishers or whoever comes up with these things categorizes a book as a psychological thriller, for me it comes more across as a psychological mystery, because for me I feel like there's a clear difference between mysteries and thrillers. A lot of mysteries, it's like we're figuring out the mystery, the what's happened, but then the thriller aspect, like there's no thrill in some of the stuff. So this week I finished The Disappearing Act, which for me was a psychological mystery, and I gave it a 3.75 stars. We're following an actress who gets called to, who lives in the UK somewhere, and then she gets this deal or this casting to go cast for like this big movie, and all this is happening in LA. So she goes to LA for 3 weeks or so, and then while she's there at one of the casting calls she goes to, she meets this woman Emily, and there was an interaction between them, and she ends up with Emily's private items like her car keys and her wallet, which has her ID and her banking cards and all that. And then Emily disappears, and she's trying to like figure out where, or like what happened to Emily, and she becomes very obsessive with like figuring out this whole Emily issue. And then the one day that she actually gets a hold of Emily to like give her back her stuff, another woman comes to fetch it pretending to be Emily, and she's just like, what is going on? So because of that, she keeps following this trail trying to figure out what is going on, and there's a whole mystery and twists to that. So yeah, I listened to that on audio this week, and then I listened to The Good Lie, which I finished earlier today. the intrigue on that was like top tier intrigue. I was like so glued to the story. I wanted to keep going. I gave that one a 4-star. It is a serial killer story, and we're following, it's not really the perspective, but we're hearing 3 kind of like different stories. 3 or 2. So one is a psychologist who treats patients with violent urges to like kill people, and she tries to help them out to kind of like calm that side of them. So I think a lot of them might not have like killed, or they didn't express to her that they killed someone, and she's trying to help them control these urges, you know. So that's kind of like her clientele. And then there's also another side where there's a serial killer who attacks these like young boys. There's like sexual trauma that gets inflicted on them, and then he the serial killer mutilates their bodies and then dumps them out. So there's been like 6 victims so far, and then the 7th victim happened to like walk away from this, and they're trying to figure out what happened, get information from the 7th victim. Where were you? Who was holding you? And then he names a perpetrator, and then this lawyer, which is another part of the story, this lawyer comes in to represent this perpetrator. I'm like, no, I don't think you did it. And this lawyer also happens to be the father of one of the victims. Those are like a lot of things that come together. But one thing that I really liked was that the twist to me was good, because I couldn't like, it was not tangible to me at first. I couldn't like figure it out at first. I was so concentrated on like one person, and it wasn't them. But I like that every person that got introduced into the story was relevant to the story in some way or another. There were no loose ends to like tie up and all that. The reason I'm giving it a 4-star, because I feel like the twist could have like punched more, but my gasp was like, but it wasn't like, you know what I mean. You know what I mean. You know what I mean. But yeah, I had a good time with it. And then after that, I kept like, I have this high after reading it. And then I went back to In the Lives of Puppets, and I'm like, this one is so like mellow and warm and whatever. And now I've got like adrenaline rushing through me, and I'm just like, I need something a bit more punchy, fast paced. So I need to like put this one down and figure out what to pick up next. I think it's with fantasy, especially like first books in fantasy, they also kind of slow. But I don't know, I need to figure out what to read, or maybe I just need to watch something and not read. But yeah, I'm gonna go check on the food and talk to my husband, so check on you guys later. Hi you guys, it's currently 9:52. I just got in bed, washed my face. I've been watching some YouTube. I'm watching G over at Book Roast's latest vlog. Well, I guess it's not the latest video. I'm just watching a list of videos that I've saved on my watch later. So I started moving videos that were on my downloaded, because I figured that when I watch videos that are downloaded, it doesn't actually add to the watch hours for the content creator. So I'm trying to like contribute whichever small way I can. So I've got like a bunch of videos saved on my watch later, so that I can go back to it and watch. Otherwise YouTube will do what YouTube does and recycle and give me random things to watch that I'm not interested in. So yeah, I'm doing that. Just got into bed. I feel like starting a new book, because I did mention that I don't feel that currently I'm in the mood for something like warm and fuzzy, like In the Life of Puppets. I need something more exciting. And I thought of reading the first book in the Expense series, but as I was watching Book Roast's vlog, I realized that she was busy reading Fourth Wing, and now I feel like picking up Fourth Wing. It was kind of like next on the radar anyway, so, and I have the audiobook for it, so I'm thinking of just, reading this next. However, I am tired. I did manage. Oh, sorry. I did manage to do quite a lot today. I think I mentioned earlier that I was busy with dishes and cooking. I started working on Copile, and then, or maybe I'll kind of like continue with my Copile while I listen to maybe the first part of the book. And then I undid my daughter's hair, so all I need to do in the morning is wash the hair, and I moisturize mine and put them into. So yay, I'm gonna wear my natural afro tomorrow. I'm not gonna wear any wigs. I'm kind of tired of wigs. So in terms of Copile, I'm at the month of May, so I'm loading up my May reads, but I need to get to the end of August so that when I wake up in the morning I can like go straight into doing my 3-month reading wrap up for June, July, and August. That is the plan, and I plan on giving stats as well, which is why I'm trying to update my Copile. So what I think I'm gonna do, it was nice when I was sitting in front of the monitor because I could use the monitor for my Copile, and then I could watch something on the side. So maybe I'll still keep watching on my, no, I can't keep watching on my phone because I'm using my phone to access Storygraph. This is not what I wanted to do. To access Storygraph so that I can see what I've read each month and then load that up on Copile. So I won't be able to do that. So maybe I'll just listen to the audiobook. Oh. I'm tired. I'm so tired and yawning. But it was quite a productive evening. I've got my external hard drive next to me because when I wake up, depending on what time I wake up, I want to see, I'll just go through my hard drive and see what unedited footage is there so that I can tie it up with the unedited footage on my laptop and make sure I've got the right sequence of events in terms of the next vlog that I need to edit. I've never even like showed my laptop to you guys. I think in the last probably 2 vlogs I spoke about unboxing, but I never did it. So maybe I'll do it on Sunday. Tomorrow I'm busy, so maybe if I remember, maybe I'll do it on Sunday morning, and then we'll just pretend like we're unboxing it for the first time, because we did get a new laptop and we've been using it for a month. Maybe this is actually the best time to talk about it because we have been using it for quite a bit, and I can give more of feedback regarding the laptop opposed to unboxing it and telling you how pretty it looks, but I haven't actually used it. So I think maybe I'll do that on Sunday morning. Oh no, not Sunday morning. We got church. We'll figure it out. But yeah, I'm gonna sit here, continue with Copile, and I'll figure out whether I'll be listening to an audiobook or if I'll keep watching, because think the only audiobook, I wanted to start the audiobook of Fourth Wing together with the book, but if that's not an option, the other option is to listen to What Moves the Dead by T. Kingfisher. Maybe I might just do that, and then maybe I'll start Fourth Wing later. I don't know, but we'll see. I just put my daughter to bed. So this should be prime time for me. It should be prime time. Am I zoomed in? It should be prime time, but I'm tired. I'm so exhausted. It's not even funny. But yeah, we'll talk again tomorrow. My battery's flashing. I should go charge it so that I've got a full battery for tomorrow morning. Hi you guys. Didn't just get back from the birthday party, but I think we've been back maybe for like 30 minutes, and I just got Anael to bed, and I'm just chilling on my bed because I want to read. I haven't had a chance to like chill and read on the bed in such a long time. I'm always like doing one thing or another. So today I started listening to the Fourth Wing by Rebecca Yarros, which is a book that I feel like I don't even need to introduce because it's been spoken about so much recently. It is a new adult fantasy novel, which also I believe there's a romance element in it, but it's following a main character who suffers from chronic pain, and all her life she's like been studying to become a scribe, but because her mother is a general at this part of the Navarre, which are dragon riders, her mom is the general, so she's like, there's no way you're gonna be a scribe, you're gonna go enter to become one of the Navarres. And it's a very cutthroat group, because essentially it's like you need to become a dragon rider or you die. The dragons will literally eat you alive. So with her already having like physical struggles, it puts her a little bit at a disadvantage, and she'll need to like work a bit harder than everybody else. Not to mention that in the first part of the book, there's also, it seems like there's two sides, where we've got the side of her mom, who I guess is part of this alliance, and we've got a group of people who went against that alliance, and now one of the opposing guys just realized, oh, you one of this family, I want you dead. So she's got a lot going on right now. But I'm really enjoying the story. I'm really enjoying the writing style. It's very accessible. The audiobook is good. I haven't really picked up the physical. It's only now that I'm going to be picking up the physical, because I think it's going to be so good. I'm already having a good time with it. I'm enjoying the main character. There hasn't really been much of a plot right now, but yeah, I'm still getting into the story. On the physical book, I'm on page 38. So I haven't even touched the surface of what's going on in this book, but I've heard amazing things about it, so I really hope that I give it somewhere between a 4 and 5-star rating. So we'll have to see. I'm gonna chill, read until I pass out, and I'll talk to you guys tomorrow to close off this vlog. Hopefully I'll have a bit more to say about the book tomorrow. Otherwise, I'm probably gonna finish it in my next vlog that I'll start on Monday. So yep, good night. Hi you guys, welcome to the kitchen. It's Sunday. I don't even know what I want to say, but it's Sunday afternoon. It's almost 2:30. It's actually quite late for me, but I just had a busy day. Went to church this morning and didn't get back. Went to the mall, did a bit of winter shopping because I'm looking for a dress for a wedding that I'm attending in October, but I'm not finding anything that I like or that I'm comfortable in. The body's not what it used to be, so I want to feel very comfortable in what I'm wearing, and right now I'm not finding anything that I like and I'm comfortable in. So if all fails, I'm just gonna wear whatever I have in my closet already. But we're here because I want to do a bit of a haul, grocery haul. Sorry, the angle of my camera, this is the angle we got because my tripod is broken and it's kind of stuck at the slightly tilted angle. This is why we like this. So half of my head is gone. But anyway, I've got a bit of grocery haul. I want to talk a little bit about my current read, which is Fourth Wing by Rebecca Yarros. So far, so good. So far, the hype is worth it. I'm having such a good time. Like, I feel that I haven't been this excited about, specifically in the fantasy genre, a book in a while. I've been on my sci-fi train for quite a bit now, especially with Red Rising. Like I've been saying, it's been rocking my world. But on the fantasy side, it's been a little bit quiet. So I'm very... Okay, I had to swap my memory card. But it's been rare for me to find something, especially fantasy-wise, that I've been enjoying both physically and via audiobooks. So this one is a really good one. I am now on chapter 5. I haven't gotten to chapter 6 yet. I'm probably like around 60 pages or so. So I cannot wait to like sit down and devour this book. But yeah, having a bowl of noodles to keep my stomach at bay for a little bit. Went to Lovisa because my daughter lost one of her earrings again, so I need to replace. So now I'm gonna try doing hoop earrings for her. So this is what we got. I actually got 2 pairs of these because I also want the same hoop earrings. They had one of their 400 rand deal, so this is the same identical pair. We've got a lot of studs, which I'm not mad about because I actually do like studs. I'm somebody, if you notice, I don't typically change my earrings a lot, and now I've been like wearing these for so long. And yeah, finally we've got these ones. I picked them up because of these ones specifically. So yeah, this is the earrings that we've got, and then went past Woolies to get some veggies. We've got these chef style carrots. I got 2 packets of those. I'm not sure where the second packet is right now, but we really love these. These are really easy to make. I sweeten them a little bit. They're great for my daughter's lunch. I've got a giant pack of baby marrows. She also really loves these for her lunch, so I'm gonna spice this up and then I'm gonna throw them in the air fryer. And then I've got a 6-pack of vegan yogurt. So this is the cultured soya vegan yogurt, and this is the smooth berry trifle. So I love this as a snack or when I'm having my berry granola, muesli, whatever. We've got some sweet corn. I'm back at my vegetable era. I'm back at my trying my vegan meals era. I've been overdoing it with the meat and I'm not feeling good. I don't feel good in my body. I don't look good. I'm just mentally, also I realize that if I eat badly, and for me badly means too much meat, it also affects me mentally, emotionally, and I'm just not okay. We've got these tortilla wraps. Absolutely love these. I wish they could be a bit bigger though, because I really struggle to close it up after I have like put my stuff in there. But yeah, I want to make some wraps for lunch, so I'm thinking of sauteing some peppers, and I can make a veggie wrap. I also wanted to make a not a butternut, a sweet potato patty type thing that I want to put in the tortilla wraps. So hopefully I've got time, because now I've added quite a number of things to do for myself. I do have an idea of what I want to make. In terms of the meal, I'm gonna make some rice and a white bean curry, and I'm gonna have a ton of veggies to go with. So I also got some Swiss chard spinach because I want to fry some of that with some onions and some tomatoes. It was so good when I did it last week, and a drizzle of lemon. Oh, even my husband, who typically will not eat spinach, loved that spinach. He doesn't like the cream spinach. I love cream spinach. But yeah, I got that. Got a bunch of noodles. We haven't had noodles in the house since that, like, it's not even an incident. Something happened in this country years ago where noodles were making kids sick and some kids were dying. So we kind of like cut off noodles, unless there were those not these ones, but these we just kept to these stir fry noodles. But yeah, we stayed away from the 2-minute ones. But I'm just like, oh, let me just get some. Let's try some, which is what I'm having. Here's the second packet of the chef style carrots, and finally we've got these this stir fry sauce. So these are the Thai coconut ones. Oh, this one is so good. This one is also vegan, so it works well to my cause. So yeah, sometime this week I will be making a stir fry somewhere. So yeah, that's my the last thing I got is this tea, this peach and apricot rooibos tea. I really love these flavored teas, and I haven't had them in such a long time. I've been on such a coffee buzz, and yes, coffee is delicious, but it's not great at the rate that I've been having it. So right now when I'm at home, it's not so bad because I've kind of cut down to like 1 cup a day when I start my mornings, which I'm okay with 1 cup a day. But the rest of the day I want to be having just water like I am now, or tea, and I want to kind of like get into the habit of having tea every night just before bed. I feel like it's so calming and soothing. I'm not a chamomile type of girl. I hate the taste of chamomile, so for me it doesn't matter what tea it is, it just needs to be tea. But I want it to be a nice tasting tea, not like a green tea or an oolong. Now I mean, so yeah, this is my whole I'm gonna get to my cooking. I'm gonna be trying to find some recipes or different ways to be cooking my veggies today. So I've got Feed My Tribe here, I've got Fatima, but I don't think I'd be using this as much because there's a lot of curries in here. Oh, maybe I can find a recipe for the bean curry. And then I've got one of my favorites, Good and Simple. There's a ton of veggies in here. I actually got this magazine when we went to a vegan market a while back, and then I also want to check. It's funny that we went to a vegan market and they gave us a magazine that has a bunch of meat in it, which makes no sense. I guess this is though this is sponsored by Checkers, or what is it? I don't know who's sponsoring this, but it was very weird that this is what they gave us. at a vegan market, and there's like so much meat recipes in here, which does not help me at all. But yeah, that's what's happening. So that is my haul. I will page through some of these cookbooks. I'm also gonna look at, I'm looking behind you, I've got Jamie Oliver's one, and I also have a cookbook that is mainly for the air fryer, because I want to kind of see if there's some examples or recipes on how to make maybe specifically vegetables in the air fryer. I have an idea. I have an idea of my veggie patties made with sweet potatoes. Instead of frying them, I could actually put them in the air fryer. We'll see. I don't need them to stay in the shape because I will crumble them when I do put them in the wrap anyway. So it sounds good to me. It sounds good to me. Check you later. So guys, all that spinach you saw, this is how much actually came out of it. I forgot to squeeze some lemon while cooking it, but it's fine. I will squeeze the lemon while I eat it, because the whole point is to up my iron levels, and your iron gets digested in your blood much better if it's paired with vitamin C, which I'm getting from my lemon. Got the carrots here. This is mostly for my daughter's lunch, and then I want to go and air fry these baby morels. I'm just gonna put a bit of herbs on them, a bit of salt, and then put them in the air fryer for her lunch. Then in the morning I'll do her roasted potatoes, because they're better if they're fresh. And I'm currently watching Auntie T. I've been on a YouTube binge right now, so hello you guys, coming on here to close up this vlog officially. I was so busy last night. Yesterday was Sunday, not just last night, but yeah, you guys would have seen I did a whole bunch of cooking, and then after I was done I was just so exhausted, my feet hurt, so I chilled, had an early dinner with my daughter, and we watched Encanto, which we didn't even get to finish because I ended up on a phone call with my husband, and she was playing, and then I just felt tired. I'm like, I want to go to bed and read some of my current book, which is, well, you won't see, but because I'm using the cover, but I'm reading Fourth Wing, and gosh, I'm having such a great time with it. I haven't felt this excited about a fantasy book in so long, which is sad because I'm a heavy fantasy reader. But I think I've been also really focused on, like I mentioned, Red Rising, which is a sci-fi, and I've been doing a lot of thrillers. But yeah, I even kept listening to it this morning. I am absolutely loving it. Like, the characterization, I love the world building, the plot. Not that I can like imagine everything, but one thing that is standing out to me that I enjoy is the way in which information is passed down to us. So at the beginning of each chapter, there's kind of like an excerpt from somewhere or a quote from somewhere, but I also recognize that as giving us information, or the rules as how things work in this world, or like important information that we need to know about the quadrants, about the Navarre, about the dragons. And I kind of enjoy that way of transferring information to us. And as well, our main character Violet is very likable. I like her. She's the main character who suffers from chronic pains, and the way in which she's looking at her life, I think, like, I admire her because she keeps being reminded that, you know what, this thing is dangerous, this place is dangerous, especially from one of her good friends, that I'm gonna try and get you back into the scribes because I don't want to see you die. And I understand his positioning, I understand the way that he cares for her, but at the same time I kind of understand her resilience to kind of like stay there, because it's like, I've made it this far, maybe I could actually do it and prove everybody wrong, but also trying to run to the scribes might not even be fruitful at all. So for me, I'm just like, dear friend, help her out. At least help her out, give her some tips, help her train. Don't just like try to save her, because clearly she's going through with this, but help her out. Help her out. But yeah, I'm having such a good time with it, and I'm like, the angst and the interaction between Violet and Zayden. I almost said Xavier and Zayden. I'm just like, I feel like there's an enemies to lovers trope in here. I know there's a romance, but I don't know the trope. And I'm glad I don't know the trope, because if I did, then it would make it clear who she would end up with. Obviously, she has this bond and attraction to her best friend, but she also has an attraction to Zayden, who's kind of like not the enemy, but his father was executed as per her mom's orders for being traitors, and now the children of those parents who were executed are like upset. And obviously her mom is a general, and everybody's like, great chance for us to go after you. So there's a lot of people that are trying to kill her, and in between her trying to survive the school and these trials, she's also has to watch her back because people are trying to come after her. But yeah, it's so good. I'm really having a good time. I understand the way that people are like so hung up on loving this book, because I'm loving it right now. I'm having the best time with it. It's kind of medium paced. It's everything I feel like is moving along as it should be for me. I am like, we're not being rushed, we are going through it, but also we don't linger on things for too long, so it's not slow. But I'm having a good time. I'm having a good time and I'm excited. I can't wait to complete this. This is one book that I know I'll be finishing in the next couple of days, but I'm trying to hold off on just consuming it because the audio is good, right? I'm holding off on consuming it only on audio because I also want to read the pages. So lunchtime, do I have a meeting at lunch today? Let's see. I don't think I have a meeting. Okay, I don't have a meeting during my lunch today, so I'm gonna close off this laptop and I'm gonna go chill. It's so hot outside. I might not go outside, but I'll go chill somewhere and switch off my phone. Okay, I can't switch off my phone because audiobook, but don't take any calls and read this book because it's so yummy. It's so yummy. But yeah, enough of that. I don't know if I did a lot. I showed a lot this. Okay, work is calling. So thank you so much for watching. Hello. It's there. Is it in the cage? There should definitely be two. Okay. Yeah, so I'm gonna close out this vlog. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this vlog, remember to give it a thumbs up, comment down below what you've been reading this week. Remember to subscribe to this channel if you haven't done so already. Share my video on my channel with your friends and family so we can grow my channel, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye.